Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another episode here on African Confessions. The following story that you're going to be listening to, it comes from a translation of a message that I received, and the translation of that message, it reads like this. Hello, how are you, Brother Nashi? Can you please post my story as hidden identity? I am a woman that is currently working as a maid. I am scared even to tell you about the things that my boss has been asking me to do for him. And I am asking your listeners not to judge me, to listen to my story first. Is this something that can be called true love? Is this true love? Like what my boss has been telling me? Does he really love me, or he just wants to use me so that later on he can get married to the woman that he really loves? Because I'm so scared with the way that I have fallen in love with him. I'm scared that I might end up getting hurt. It is something that really scares me. He wants me to perform witchcraft on his wife so that we can be together. I came to South Africa the first time around. It was in the year 2013. It was me and my husband. We then got deported from South Africa. Then we returned back home to Zim. My husband, he used to work for this other woman. She had a spaza shop. She was a South African woman. And when he returned back, my husband then started sleeping with that same woman who was her boss, and he chose to forget about me. I then came to South Africa alone, and I did not know where to turn to, because the only person that I knew that was in South Africa, it was only my husband. He was the only person that I could call, but he did not pick up the phone when I tried to call him. When I wanted to tell him that I wanted to cross the Limpopo River to cross over into South Africa, I ended up in Limpopo at this other farm. I started working at that farm. Then it happened that on weekends I would go into town and I would do some piece jobs in an area where there were a lot of Indians that were staying. People that stay in Polokwane, they know this place. It is called Nirvana. I ended up working there permanently for this other Indian family. And from there on, I moved on from Limpopo and I came to Johannesburg. This is where I am working right now. I have been working here since the year 2017. I started working for my boss and his family. This was when his wife was still pregnant. So the woman, she had problems with her pregnancy. She was unable to carry anything that was heavy. She was even unable to walk properly. And then as a family, that was when they decided that they wanted a maid. They first hired a local South African woman, but then they started having problems with that woman, and then that was when they decided that they wanted a maid that was from Zimbabwe that will give them fewer problems. That is how I started working for this South African couple. All that I would do was to be at their house from Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, washing the dishes, cleaning the house, and then they would pay me on Sunday evening when the men would be taking me back to the location where I was staying. I started to notice that this man, whenever he would accompany me to the location, and if it happened that his wife was not with us, the way that he would be looking at me, it made me to feel so embarrassed. And even when I would get off from the vehicle, he will keep on looking at me. I will feel ashamed to even turn my back behind him. So later on, I started staying with them permanently, assisting the pregnant woman. And this woman, what really hurts me is that she is such a good person. She is someone that is very kind. She is a kind-hearted woman, and you won't even believe it. So she went with me and her husband back to Zim in the village from where I come from. There was this other particular Christmas holiday when they said that they wanted to have a vacation in Zimbabwe. They wanted to go to Victoria Falls and cross over into Zambia. Instead of flying, they said that they wanted to take a road trip, and I was supposed to join them, and they would drop me off at my village, and then they would continue with their journey and they would go to Victoria Falls. So this was where the story, I can say, it started. the way what happened when we arrived back home in Zim, the way that I was working, my boss said that it attracted him to want a woman like me. This is what he said. The way that you were working when I was looking at you, even my wife, she does not work like that. And he always complained that his wife is always lazy at all the times. And he said that I am always resourceful, ever working, and I do not even rest. So I did not even know that I was now putting myself in competition with my madam boss each and every time when I would be kneeling in front of him. Like whenever I would put food in front of my boss, I will kneel down as per our culture. So they only stayed at our compound for only 2 days, but he said that those 2 days that they stayed in our village, he said that I made him to feel as if he was a king with the way that I was treating him. But I did not treat him like a king. It was just a normal way of the respect that I had for him and his wife, since they are my employers. So they went on their way to go on their vacation and they came back to South Africa. I followed them. This was on the 5th of January and I returned back to Johannesburg, where I am right now. So my boss has been telling me all the nice things that he wants to do for me. If it was only cheating, the cheating that is happening between me and my boss, I could understand, because I only slept with my boss only one time so far, after he had put so much pressure on me, even though I did not want to sleep with my boss. But the way that he put so much pressure on me, it was too much. I was unable to resist him. It was on a rainy day. The wife, she was not at home, she was at work. So that was when I had a vehicle driving into the yard. I realized that it was my boss. I was busy in the mudroom where I was ironing the clothes. He then came and he started touching me and he grabbed me and he started kissing me. And I had been without a man for a very long time. I gave in, not because I wanted to, but my body was unable to resist the pressure that he was putting on me. And he said that the wife was not going to come back home since it was raining and there was a lot of lightning, and he said that the wife is very scared to drive when there is too much lightning. And we went to their bedroom. We slept on the bed that he sleeps with his wife, and I said, this is so wrong. What have I done? And he told me that it happens in life. From there on, that was when he started to tell me that even though their marriage, everything seems as if it is all okay, but things are not okay. He says that I make him feel like a real man. He said that his wife, since she is way too educated than he is, like he does not even have control over him. I did not even know that this was what was happening in their marriage. Even though they seem like a happy couple, but behind the scenes, he said that there is no happiness at all, because the wife is always complaining simply because she is more than educated than he is. And he says that he does not have peace of mind because of the things that the wife usually says. Whenever she uses her money in the house, there is always big problems that happen in their relationship. And it is because she is much more educated and she has a great position in the multinational company that she is working for. And she always compares him to other men, like the CEO of the company that she is working for, as if she has had a relationship with him. And when my boss told me all of these things after we had finished making love, that was when he started crying a lot. So my boss told me that he only got married to his wife because his parents wanted him to marry her, and the wife's parents also wanted the marriage to happen because both of them, they wanted to have a business partnership using their children. And he says that he suspects that his wife is cheating on him, even though he does not have any evidence that he has provided to me so far. He says that he just has a gut feeling that the wife is cheating on him because of the way that she is so nasty. And when you look at this woman, she is someone that seems as if she is a very wonderful person, but He says that behind the scenes, he is being shown flames by the woman. So I agreed to be with him. He says that he is not going to dump me because right now he just wants to sort out the things between him and his wife. He said that if I just dump my wife like now, I can lose everything. But if my wife dies, then I am going to benefit a lot of money. He wants the woman to die, not like him killing him physically, but he wants his wife to die of a natural disease that can be caused by witchcraft and that can never be linked back to him. And this is where I come in. I need your listeners to help me out. Is this true love? Is there love in him? Is he the kind of a man that I can trust? Because he is saying that I want you to assist me. I want you to look for a very powerful traditional healer, and I know that you can find one for me and you can bewitch my wife. I have given you the authority, the permission to bewitch my wife. And after you would have bewitched my wife, then you and I, we can move in together. We can be together. But I am so scared, Brother Nashim, right now, after I would have spoken with my uncle. What if my uncle performs a ritual and curse the woman and she dies? Then my boss looks for another woman and gets married to another woman and dumps me. My boss, maybe he only wants to use me, and after he would have used me, then he's going to dump me. Maybe he does not want his wife anymore. He just wants his wife to die. That is why he is telling me all of these negative things about the wife. And when I look at the woman, she is quite a kind person, and she always helps me out if I have any problems that I am facing back home. I'm scared of betraying someone that has a good heart like this woman. And after the wife would have died, then he says that we are going to move in together. What if he has a girlfriend in the background, a woman that he wants to get married, who will eventually be moving here? I have many questions in my mind, and I do not even have answers. Sometimes during the day, when I start to think about the things that are happening between me and my madam boss's husband, like each and every day when they go out, my boss always makes sure that he pretends as if he has forgotten something, and he rushes back home into the house, and then he can kiss me whilst his wife is still waiting for him outside, because they use different cars but they all drive at the same time and go to work at the same time. So he always comes back and he grabs me and he starts to kiss me. And when I am alone, I will find no energy to continue working, thinking about the things that are happening between me and my boss. We are doing these things in secret. Sometimes when I am cooking, when the wife is back home, the husband can come into the kitchen. He can start to hug me, to touch my buttocks and my waist, and he whispers into my ears and he says, "You are my wife to be." He says that even his family is ready to accept me, and they know that this is what is happening between me and him. Please help me. I'll be following through in the comment section. There is someone that can assist me in this situation, and he knows it and he's forcing me, because when we were back home in Zim, my uncle is a traditional healer. So if he has a lot of people at his place that he will be assisting, he asked my parents for those people to stay at our house. So some of these people that were at our house, they came from Zambia. There was this woman who had brought a child. She is a mistress of this other member of parliament from Zambia, and that woman's daughter was mentally ill, and they were staying at our house. So my uncle was the one that was busy helping that woman and her daughter so that she can be okay, because when we arrived, that woman's daughter, she was unable to talk. She was unable even to do anything because she was mentally ill. So she started to recover, and my boss is saying that I saw the powers that your uncle has. I saw everything that your uncle did, and I want your uncle to do the same for me. I want you to speak with your uncle so that he can assist me. My uncle is very powerful. That one I know. And my boss, he wants us to go, or I have to go alone, and I speak with my uncle so that my uncle can bewitch my madam boss, and I am scared that he will use me and he's going to marry another woman. Because when I say give me a guarantee, what kind of a guarantee are you going to give to me? He's saying that my heart is my guarantee that I can give to you. This man, he is so handsome. He is in my heart. He is such a handsome gentleman. He is money. I'm scared that I have fallen in love with him, and I won't be able to fall out of love with him. I know what he wants. He wants me to help him to bewitch his wife so that the woman can die, even though she is a good woman, a woman who has done me no harm. There is not even a single day that she has ever shouted at me ever since I started working for her. The only thing that I can complain about her is that she is just a lazy woman. That one I can agree with the husband, because sometimes when she is on her period, she can even forget a used sanitary pad even on the floor, and all that I have to do is to pick it up. But apart from that, what she does when she is lazy, she does not have a problem, and she pays me very well. She tries to even protect me, and the man is saying that you need to have a visa, a spousal visa, and I am the only person that can help you with that spousal visa. I asked him like how, and he said that once I marry you, we can go and apply for a spousal visa. I have already read the terms and the conditions on the Home Affairs website, and you can qualify once I marry you. So I need help. If this woman die, what will happen? Should I take this opportunity? I want to know if on this channel there are other women that got married in South Africa. What are the advantages and the disadvantages of getting married in a situation like this after you would have bewitched the wife and then you become the number one? Please help me. I'll be following in the comment section. Dear listeners, right there was a message that was sent to me by one of our dear sister. Let us try to assist our dear sister in the comment section. Is she supposed to bewitch this woman or not? If so, let us try to speak with him in the comment section. Then there is another message that was sent to me by one of our dear sister. The message, it reads like this: hello brother Nanshi, how are you? Can you please post my story as anonymous? I am a South African woman. My baby daddy, I think that he is a psychopath, a serial killer. This started happening ever since we were still in high school. Now he is driving an Uber car, and I once saw blood that was on his back seat. And when I asked him, he said that he had picked up this other woman, like they were dating, and then they slept with each other, but then they started fighting and he beat up that woman. And I thought that he was never going to do such a thing again, and I am scared for other women because he used to be so violent. I thought that he was no longer violent. What he used to do is that when we would go out, if he would use his money, and if he say let us go home, if I say that I still want to party, he will force me in his car. There was one day that he forced me into the boot of his car. He grabbed me at the tavern where I was with my friends, and he said, let us go to my place. And I said, but we are separated. We are on separation. Please, I don't want to go with you. And he dumped me into the boot of his car. I will never forget that day. I nearly suffocated. I want to know, how can I help him? I do not want him to get arrested because he assists me. If it was not for him, I was going to struggle to take care of the kids that we have, 2 of them that we have together. I'm scared that he will do something stupid that will end up him getting arrested. Oh, dear listeners, right there was a message that was sent to me by one of our dear sister. This is very strange. I think that you need to get help, or even go to a professional and you can speak with a professional so that they can give you proper advice. I think that your boyfriend might be a danger even to society, because if he grabbed you from the tavern where you were with your best friends and then he dumped you into the boot of his car and he drove until you felt like you were suffocating, maybe he can do even more things to other women. But let us try to speak with our dear sister in the comment section. Then there is another message that was sent to me, and it reads like this. Hello, Batanashi, how are you? Can you please post my story as hidden identity? I am a woman and I want to confess to you some of the things that I did. I honestly did these things without even realizing that I was joining the satanic kingdom. So this is what happened to me, Brother Nashim. I came to South Africa when I was only 18 years old. I returned back home because of other reasons. I just wanted to go back home. I felt as if I was still too young to be in a foreign country at that time. So I said, if I return back home, then there is not going to be any problem. So my mom said, it's fine. You can come back home, my child. It really does not matter. Even if you have failed to make it in South Africa, God is still our God and He's going to find a way to take care of us. And I'm happy that you have decided to move back home. My daughter, you can return back home. If you feel that South Africa is not for you, come back home. I returned back to Zim. Upon my arrival, I started working for this other cruel man who ended up sleeping with me by force. He literally raped me, that man, and it was just too much for me. And from there on, I think that the evil spirits, they started following me, because what would happen is that when I would be walking, there would be men that would always be chasing after me. Like a man can come to me and say, can I have your phone numbers? And if I refuse, that man will start to threaten to kill himself. And if I tell that man that I'm not in love with you, the man will start to get mad at me for no reason at all. Then if I continue refusing that man, he can even grab me, beating me up. This has happened to me several times. There was even one taxi driver who threatened me with a gun. He said, please just tell me that you love me. That is all that I want to hear from you. And whenever it will happen, those men, they will say that they really do not know what will be going on in their mind. After I would have said, okay, it's fine, I also love you, then the man will start to even cry and apologize, saying that I really do not know what is happening with me. I am not this type of a person. I'm not even violent. So life was very difficult in Zim, and I returned back to South Africa. When I returned back to South Africa, I then started working with these other women. So these women that I was working with, they were also prostitutes. So I was also involved into prostitution, and I was booked by this other man. The guy that booked me, he was a Nigerian guy, and he was also a cult member. And when I went with this Nigerian guy to his place, there is something that happened at his house, something that I can never forget to this very day, even though I'm still in that business of sleeping with other men. But I can't forget the day when I slept with that Nigerian guy. So this man, he took me to his place, and when we got to his place, he then said that he was going to give me money. Just when he was about to sleep with me, his manhood could not get inside my private parts. It was as if my private parts was now as hard as a rock. He then got up and he looked at me and even opened my eyes. He switched on the lights and he said, but it's them. And then he looked at me and he said to me, your blood is different. And I said, how do you mean that my blood is different? He then sat on the bed and he said, how about you and I, we work together, because I can see that you are spiritual already. And then he told me that he wanted to work with me because I have a good spirit, and they had been looking for a woman like me, and they are always looking for women that have blood like mine, those that cannot be used by men for rituals. And then he started to tell me about the things that we will be doing if I agree to work for their cult. He said that you no longer have to do prostitution. I will take care of you, and our shrine will always look after you. So I agreed, and he looked for a place for me to stay. When I started staying there, then they started giving me assignments. They told me that whenever they wanted me to sleep with a guy, and I was never supposed to complain, I get paid each and every month. From that time until now, in South Africa alone, I can say that I have slept with about 100 men. All of these men that I have slept with, the few white people that I have slept with, but the majority, they are black people and they are business owners. These are people that I have to take their glory, and I am not supposed to refuse when I am given a mission to sleep with a particular man. And what I have since discovered that really hurts me in my heart is that I have discovered that each and every man that I sleep with, whenever I sleep with that man, bad things will start to happen to that man. Like they will start to lose money in their business after I would have dated that man. Even though if this person is from Zim, once I start to date that man, he will lose a business. There was this other guy that was also from Zim. He had a big contract that he had. He used to carry coal that he got, and he would deliver to Eskom. He had managed to get more trucks. He had increased his fleet. And after we made love, I gave him bad luck. I had been given a clay pot that I was supposed to put underneath the bed. This we did when we were at the hotel. We had already booked the hotel room. Like this guy, he was a married man. He would tell me to book a room in the afternoon so that we can be together in the evening. So I would go online and book a room. I did as I had been instructed to do. I went there with other Nigerians and we did rituals in the room where we were supposed to sleep, me and my blesser. And then they gave me a clay pot. This clay pot, I put it into one of the cupboards, and when I had brought that man in the evening, then when we were making love, this clay pot, it was burning. It was underneath the bed, and this caused problems. And his trucks, they were always having problems on the road. That is how he lost the contract with Eskom, and after that it was bad luck after bad luck until he became a broke guy. Now what stresses me a lot is that I do not have a child. I have tried to ask these Nigerians that I am working for that I need a child, but they tell me that I can't have a child because my womb is being used by other cult members in Nigeria. And I really do not know when I am going to be okay. If there is anyone who is a Christian, someone that can help me, someone that will be willing to pray for me, all that I want is redemption. I also want to have a family because I'm still too young. I cannot imagine myself getting old without a family, and I just need help. If there is anyone that will be willing to assist me, please tell me. I'll be following through in the comment section. What really scares me is the way that I am going to die. I'll always have dreams where I am being buried alive, and when I say that being buried alive, my relatives will think that I am dead and they will take me to the mortuary alive, and I'll get buried alive, and those Nigerians will come and dig up the grave and they will take my body. They do some rituals with my body and make me a zombie, and they will start to use me again at their shrine. Please, I need help. I feel like this is the correct time for me to repent. I have slept with so many men, and I have destroyed marriages, and I have destroyed their businesses. I just can't continue like this. I'm still too young to be serving the devil. Dear listeners, right there was a message that was sent to me by one of our dear sister. Let us try to speak with our dear sister in the comment section. To those that wish to pray for these people that come with their confessions, do not hesitate to come to my inbox if you have any sermons that you want to give to us, so that here on our channel and a lot of people can get help. You can also follow me as well on Facebook. It's Brother Nashim, so that we can get a lot of followers. Once we start to have a lot of followers, other people they will have the confidence to bring their confessions. So let us try to push that page even up to 5,000 followers. Then I know that a lot of people will have the courage to come with their confessions, because they will see that the page has a lot of followers. So I am asking for you to just follow me on Facebook. Let us meet again in the following episode.